So this is the first question he asked me. If you were going to die tomorrow, 20, what would you do differently today? I want you to take that in. I want you to ponder it for just a moment, and I think my answer is going to surprise you. My name is Mr. 2020. You are listening to the Power of Imagination podcast. We explore one thing and one thing only, the wonderful working power of the human imagination. You are how God has the adventure of a lifetime, and Neville Goddard says you must raise imagination to the power of vision. So let's dive in. If you were going to die tomorrow, by the way, you get what that presupposes? Like that matters. I'm just curious, are you going to live today? Because I can tell you something, the way you live today is going to substantially impact the way you live tomorrow. The present marches right into the future. The past doesn't. The present does. And to do anything because you're scared of the future is foolishness. Maybe I should just turn preacher mode off. What would you do today? Who would you have a conversation with? What would it be like? Not because you're going to die tomorrow, but because you choose to live today. What if you stopped putting off living? If I let him lead the call after that, and by the way, he was serious. A lot of people think the road to success is to get more serious. I think that's silly. I think the road to success is about stretching beyond who you've been to the point where you can't return to your old shape. My Native American mentors called that shape-shifting. I just notice you're more elastic and fantastic than you notice. What if you simply stretch today? And instead of thinking things through and thinking about things so much, have you noticed how much we adore thinking in this culture? And yet we repeat the same thoughts every day. Most people repeat the same thoughts. Some people repeat the same kind of thoughts. It's almost always wait and hesitate. Have you noticed that too? I invite you to think less. I invite you to imagine more. I invite you to imagine yourself differently. Because here's the deal. You may or may not die tomorrow. And I don't care. I'd love if you stuck around for a while. I'd love if you joined us in Remarkable. I love meeting kids, making friends, discovering family. I really do. But if you're doing anything because you may or may not die tomorrow, or you may, you ever notice how many people are stressed out and miserable because they're trying to live longer? I find that fascinating. Meanwhile, what if you actually choose to live today? What if you actually choose to give today? What if you chose to give today to your dreams, to your desires? Because Neville Goddard taught your desires have their own plan, their own power. They've got their own plan and their own power of fulfillment. They are the power of prophecy. They are the promise. And when you give up on needing to control, needing to figure out, needing to wait until everything seems perfect to you, you discover the divine perfection in the moment. You enter into the dance of humanity and divinity. Because at the end of the day, at the end of today, will you have lived or not? I invite you to live. I invite you to love. My name is Mr. 2020. You've been listening to the Power of Imagination podcast, where we explore one thing: the wonder-working power of the human imagination. So now imagine of something yummy as we go into the silence. If you were going to die tomorrow, let's call that a threat. Do you feel like you're living under a threat, or do you feel every day is a treat? I invite you to more treats. Have a lovely day. See ya.